Paddy Pimblett recently had an awkward encounter with a streamer while vacationing in Marbella, an incident he was clearly displeased with. The streamer approached Pimblett on the street as he walked with his family, pushing a phone directly into his face to film him, a move the UFC fighter evidently did not appreciate.
How are you? You good?
No, I
love you. Got the CFO cocktails.
Yeah. No way.
Paddy, how are you, mate? Can I get a little video with you, mate? I'm on live streaming right now. It's for HS TikToky. How are you? You good?
I'm all right.
We love your fighting, mate. Cheers, mate. His face looks a bit fat, doesn't he? But he gets really skinny very quickly. I love your fighting, mate.
In a recent appearance on the Pound for Pound podcast, Kamaru Usman shared his thoughts on his loss to Dricus du Plessis, with Henry Cejudo revealing that Usman had suffered a torn pec during the fight.
Shays, you want to show us a little bit of, bro? You want to show us a little bit of that work, some of that twerk?
Oh, see, I didn't do this to you,
Yeah,
but
you did.
so you want to be a fighter.
I don't think it's bad at all.
No, but it was that thumb punch in the eye. His fist was closed, so it was a legitimate punch, but it was a thumb that went back here to my eye. Boom, he immediately puffed up. This is life. I got to take it on the chin.
Can I break that damn news? You fought with the torn pec.
No.
You fought with the torn pec, dude.
No.
And I didn't like that since the beginning. A lot of people were giving you a lot of because DDP was saying he was stopping your takeout. But how can you get to those positions if you don't have a pec?
You know, we roll the dice every time, so there's no excuses. Sometimes it works out and no one ever finds out, but this time it didn't work out. So shout out for him for being able to go out there and execute. He did a great job. Flowers to him. DDP is good. He's very good. He's tough. He's big, and he's a little awkward. He's unorthodox. He kind of does some things you're not necessarily supposed to do, but he does them and he does them well, and it works for him.
You took up the challenge to try to beat the #1 contender at 185 pounds. What's next for Kamaru?
I have to just sit with the coaches, sit with the team, assess, and decide. But, you know, hats off to Dricus du Plessis.
John Anik doubts Justin Gaethje will fight again.
Justin Gaethje's going to fight again. You know, I think there's a little bit of maternal pressure coming in, you know, and
interesting.
Beautiful.
So we'll see. We'll see.
I feel like I'm on an island where I truly do not want to see Justin Gaethje compete again, where everybody else is like, oh, I'm an MMA fan, I just have to have it. I would love to see him walk away.
I'm with you,
on the
dude.
island.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think that it doesn't get any bigger or better than that. Just everything around that fight was just magical for the guy. It would be so nice to see him go out on top. If there's one guy who deserves it, that's the dude. After all the wars and all the things that he's done for the sport, dude. For me, it would just be Cinderella ending.
Tensions flared between Bobby Green and Adrian Broner during a recent live stream. King Green appeared at Broner's gym, intent on sparring, but Adrian's teammates showed no interest. Broner then intervened to de-escalate, suggesting it was unwise for Green to spar with fresh stitches in his face.
To be the homie, what are you doing? Why is you in the gym trying to spar? You in there talking about something, we just gonna do this. It ain't none of that once that bell ring, man. I don't go, if my mama over there, if that bell ring, bro, she's going to sleep, gang. You laughing, I'm dead serious, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it, bro.
That's some real soft shit right there. I'm in that ring. I'm in here marking my territory. Ain't nobody came in and got me out this mother. You can't let no man walk in your gym like this, bro. They ain't boxers no more. They done turned streamers. 90% of boxers I've seen, so we not dancing today?
You know how to shoot pool?
Nah, nigga, I don't shoot no pool. I fight.
You know how to play blackjack?
No, I told you, I fight. I don't do none of this shit. I just gonna fight this weekend. I still got the stitches in there.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna box. That's how crazy I am. Let's get some boxing. I didn't fought 4 times since I met the. You know what I mean?
Considered a real boxer, bro.
Nah, but I'm saying there's levels to this shit. You footing, bro. You footing. You kind of playing with this boxing shit like, nah.
Let's play pool.
I don't know how to play motherfucking pool. I fight.
How much you weigh?
What does it matter? I fight all men.
Oh my. You're not gonna spar Francis Ngannou.
Yes, I would.
Nah, that ain't fun. He got a face full of stitches, bro.
It's different.
I don't care about none of that, bro. He ain't getting in there with no bump. This is a top elite. He in there like he just about to be in there with somebody. Nah. You thought you was in a fight. You can't be in there like that, gang. Hell nah, bro.
Want to spar and then his homeboys, they vouch.
I just told them already that over with, bro.
Show him something. You got live stitches. You got live stitches.
It don't matter.
It's a
He just
game.
want to touch.
Ain't no touching that big. He ain't gonna touch that. Y'all in there playing. He throwing that heavy. Like, come on, bro. You know that. Stop playing. And you coming here. You supposed to be the homie. What are you doing?
That's the difference between y'all and us.
They really f***ed up.
I'm gonna show you the difference. That's why we get paid the way we get paid, nigga. Cause we don't play.
Okay.
We don't play boxing. They playing.
Nah, facts.
They playing. What you talking about? Get this shit serious. Take this shit serious. Take it serious then, bro. Why is you in the gym trying to spar? Your face.
Bro, this is what I do.
That ain't work, gang.
This is what I do. It's my fit.
You can't take control of yourself, bro. You in there talking about something. We just gonna do this. It ain't none of that once that bell ring, gang. I don't give a my mama over there, if that bell ring, bro, she's going to sleep, gang. You laughing, I'm dead serious. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it, bro.
It ain't that serious.
That's our mentality, bro. No, if that get in the ring with me, there ain't no training, nothing. It's kill or be killed.
Move around with each other.
It ain't never none of that. And I don't give a f. Yup, you better get off.
I think you're missing something.
We ain't missing nothing.
Tensions are running high once again between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev. The two fighters have a history, having faced off twice before. Magomed Ankalaev initially took the UFC light heavyweight title from Pereira with a decision win at UFC 313, but Pereira rebounded to reclaim the belt with a TKO victory at UFC 320. In a recent interview with Red Corner MMA, Ankalaev expressed his strong desire for a trilogy fight against Pereira. However, with both fighters currently competing in different weight classes, it may be some time before they meet again in the octagon.
Это мое желание, я буду преследовать этому, чтобы этот бой состоялся. Неважно, он будет проходить в тяжелом или полутяжелом. Сейчас, так как он перешел на выше, я на него не смотрю. У меня есть свои вопросы, которые нужно закрепиться в этом дивизионе. А в концу, пока он не ушел, я думаю, для UFC тоже было бы это интересным, так как у нас счет 1-1. Первый бой, который я выиграл, можно сказать, доминацией. Бой прошел полностью, а второй так получилось, что счастный случай, да? Поэтому третий бой, я думаю, будет для зрителей, для фанатов очень интересно. Поживем, увидим.
Michael Chandler has hinted that he's moving up to the welterweight division. Chandler posted this video to his Instagram yesterday, and many fans in the comments said he looks chubby. Let me know what you guys think.
It's beautiful out here in the summertime, so we've been doing a lot of lifting, but then also outside, hitting the track, running, and sprinting. Use my clear nasal spray before I sprint because I like to lubricate the nostrils because I'm going to be sucking in tons and tons of air, lubricate everything up, clear everything out, make myself be able to breathe because everybody can breathe, but are you breathing correctly and are you breathing more efficiently? Now we're ready to sprint. Let's go.
More fighters have come out and made fun of Ian Gary over a clip from the High Performance podcast. In the clip, Ian shared his theory on why he believes women should run the world.
Should look at his wife and know that that's the person I need to listen to. Like, if the world was run by women, we'd all live in a better world. Like, it would all be simpler and easier. That's the fact of the matter, whether you want to agree with it or not, or you think whatever it is, if women ruled the world and we just listen to them and let them take over, it would be an easier world.
Can I just... Alex Pereira has now responded to Magomed Ankalaev's comments, dismissing them with a laugh and questioning whether his former rival is even still active. Not one to back down, Ankalaev fired back at Pereira during a recent media day event where he's set to face Bogdan Guskov, suggesting that Pereira must have just awakened from a knockout and forgotten that he's still very much in the mix.
I don't know if you saw this, but Alex Pereira had replied to your desire to have a third fight, to have a rubber match. His exact words were, "Are you even still alive over there?" What would you answer to him? You know, Alex Pereira must have been sleeping for a long time because I believe that he was put to sleep pretty hard. So he must have just woken up and he must have forgotten that I'm alive still. Well, if you have a way to connect to him or pass a message on my behalf, tell him that, yeah, I'm alive and well, and I'm waiting to see what he can show.
Josh Hokit has fired back at Volker Walker's recent comments. Here's what Volker said in a recent interview with Home of Fight.
Ready? For this guy is no problem for me, bro. This guy, Josh Hokit, I can block his leg. But please, When he tap, I don't gonna let him go.
No, you
I
gotta let
broke
go,
his
or else
leg.
you had cut.
No, I'm gonna send him to the surgery, brother. If I take his leg and he tap, I don't gonna let him go. He talked about my country. He talked about Brazilian people. While before, when my leg is broke, he called my name on microphone, you know. But step by step, one day we're gonna meet in the octagon. This is all what matters. One day, his foot
Hokit
gonna be
reposted that clip on X. He wrote, "Sloth, don't worry about me. You stay focused on saving the Goonies and helping them find One-Eyed Willie's gold." In other news, Zhang Weili has stunned fans with her dramatic transformation, looking almost unrecognizable nearly a year after her last UFC fight. After sharing a video of her new look following a professional makeover, Weili has now released another video, leaving fans still trying to adjust to her changed appearance.
God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up. Let me show you what.
Ian Gary thinks world would be a better place if women were in charge.
She's my earth angel. She is my earth angel. She is the person who, when I need guidance, I go to her. And I feel like any smart man in the world should look at his wife and know that that's the person I need to listen to. Like, if the world was run by women, we'd all live in a better world. Like, it would all be simpler and easier. That's the fact of the matter, whether you want to agree with it or not, or you think whatever it is, if women ruled the world and we just listened to them and let them take over, it would be.
Dana White blasted Josh Hokit over his moronic comments about Michelle Obama.
And obviously, Barack and Michelle Obama are public figures. And when you're a public figure, I mean, you guys know, it's part of the gig. But what I don't like, first of all, former First Lady of the United States, number one. Number two, a wife, a mother. It's fucking gross, inappropriate, the timing of it and everything. Obviously not the opinion of the UFC and not my opinion or anybody else that fought on that card. And it was a really unfortunate thing to happen that night. When you hit this fucking grand slam home run and have a perfect event in every way that it could be, you got a fucking moronic, you know, it just, ugh. But, you know, other than that, it was a great fucking night.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? Left and right can both look at that. You can't tell me that everybody on the right went, yeah, she's a man. And people were like, what an idiot. Anyway, I could.
We'll move on.
I could go fucking mental on this show right now, but I won't.
We'll move
but it
on.
was just, it was
The whole
gross.
event.
It was just, you know.
Colby Covington has zero interest in facing Bo Nickal at RAF. He has never been a main event. He's not a draw.
Nickal's never been a main event. He's not a draw, Ariel. Like, he hasn't fought anybody in the UFC that's even ranked yet. They're giving him easy matchups against nobody. They brought a guy off the regional scene so he could get a win on the White House lawn. I mean, the guy's irrelevant. He doesn't sell tickets. He hasn't beat any world beaters. He's not a ranked guy. He hasn't beat anybody ranked. He's never main evented. He's never pay-per-viewed, never fought a title. And he's not my weight class.
Well, what about in wrestling? In wrestling, his resume is pretty damn amazing, right?
Well, dude, he did his thing. You know, in a national scene, he's never done anything on the world scene. You know, like myself. You know, he's never competed against the world's best and won world titles and this and that. But you know, we're not the same weight class. If he wants to come down to 175, 170, yeah, we could do it for sure. I'll end that guy any day. But I'm not going up to your weight class to compensate for you being a bigger guy. It's not going to happen. I'm the champ. I call the shots, and frankly, he's not a good business dance partner. This is a business, Ariel. You know that more than any. It's about selling tickets. It's about putting butts in seats and entertaining.
Ilia Topuria's first picture without sunglasses drops following his loss to Gaethje. Dominick Cruz on why so many fighters struggle with life after retirement.
So there's a lot of things I could be doing. There's a lot of things I am doing. And I knew fighting to an extent was kind of limiting me at a certain point. It's keeping me in the same place, in the same pool, doing the same things. And so I wanted to challenge myself by not holding on to what feels comfortable and safe and moving into another place. You know, think of how many people in this world are living their life successfully and they don't have to fight in a cage. How are they doing that? How are you guys doing it? It's something to behold. It's something to look at. I think fighters get out and they go, how are you guys all doing this? You guys are all looking at us like, how do you do that? And I'm looking at you guys like, how do you not? How do you not? How do you not do this? I'm still doing it because it's just now I'm not in a competition pool, but it saved my life. I don't know how anybody lives life without fighting somebody in the morning.
Paulo Costa launches his energy drink brand, The Secret Juice.
Hey, Paulo, do you know there is a fight this Saturday on your weight class division?
Yeah.
Right? Who do you think will gonna be your next opponent?
Oh, it's a very good question. And yeah, I think we have a good opponents right now. Good names, right? Big names. My biggest opponent right now, Red Bull Monster, because Secret Juice is online, is on the streets. We are available right now. Take a look on that. Take a look on all this stuff right here. And we are here in the market, not just to compete, but to become the #1. I respect everybody, even McGregor. I love you, bro. You know that. But Secret Juice is much better than MOCKS stuff. Because look at me. Look at me. Secret Juice energy drink come to become the #1.
SAC Executive Director Andy Foster addresses criticism of Herb Dean following Cyril Gane's controversial victory over Alex Pereira.
With Gane and Pereira, that you know, I was there. I mean, I was watching that in real time. That didn't look anything different than what I've normally, like, that looked like a normal fight to me. That looked like a normal fight. Like, I think what started that series was the punch that put him on the ground. I think that's what started that series. I know that's what started that series. So, I mean, he's obviously trying to finish him. He's trying to get back in the fight. There was no doubt a few of them got through and hit. The question is, what do you do in that situation? Do you stop the action? Because I don't think many referees would have, if any, certainly at the high level. Or what do you do with that situation? And tell me that's not something that you've not saw before. I think what started that series though was the knockdown. I think that was the case. The only thing that I mentioned to Herb, and I don't think this is out of place to say it, this is more of a general statement. This is from the fight in Baku. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm not playing Monday morning quarterback here. It was just my thoughts. Let me give you the flip side of it, okay? I told Herb, listen, man, you don't want to, in my view, you don't want to warn a lot of times. At some point, you got to take the point, okay? Now, flip that to the way Jason Herzog handled, it was Uriah's fighter this weekend in the girl. It was the girl fight. Do you know the one she kneed her in the head?
Wayne Kong, she had that. Yeah, he had that illegal knee. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jason Herzog went absolutely correct and took a point right away. Okay, I think we've got to probably get more towards that for the more, like, I want to call it egregious fouls. That was a pretty egregious foul. That's a foul in 2001, and that's a foul in 2026. Okay, so I think that he handled that the correct way. I think referees probably need to give their first warning in the back, and I know many of them do. But to your point directly, whether it be Herb or whether it be Mark Goddard or anybody that's received some of this criticism, I don't think it's really fair. Like, it's not, you don't have to be fair. Being a referee is not fair. But I think Herb Dean's a good referee. And you'll see Herb Dean on the main event of my upcoming UFCs because Herb Dean is the senior referee in California. Herb Dean has my full
Josh Hokit, MOCKS, Cyril Gane. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest MMA news. See you in the next one.